per John McCain today, he said that the Houston Texans are expected to be bringing back David Culley for next year. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be feeling some type of way, me included. I myself am one of the people that, that are saying that the Houston Texans need to go ahead and already cut ties with David Culley. The conversations were already being had about him being a one and done type guy. Keep those conversations up. If we're being honest, there's nothing that David Culley brings to the Houston Texans, besides that motivation. And yes, that's all fine and dandy. But at one point, the Houston Texans are going to want to win. And with that being said, you're going to need an offensive/defensive minded coach who's going to know when to call their timeouts, when to go for it and when to not go for it. Those are all things that David Culley's not good at, right? The game against the Patriots, he lost that game. I think this game against the 49ers, which was still, a game where the Houston Texans could have maybe, put a little more pressure. He decides not to go for it and then go for it. The inconsistency right there, if you're down by 10, you go for it both times. Davis Mills, the second half was once again an issue for Davis Mills and on the road. That just shows that he's just not having these guys prepared. There's been times this season where this team hasn't looked prepared. So overall, that's how I feel about David Culley. However, if the Houston Texans are thinking about, keeping him, what that tells me is maybe that they are going to bring someone offensive-minded to help develop, Davis Mills and, just David Culley just continue to be the head coach. Whether that being promoting Pep Hamilton to OC, I know that's been something that the fans have been talking about. I wouldn't mind it really. He has that Stanford connection with Davis Mills. He helped Andrew Luck. He helped Justin Herbert. Was the offensive coordinator. I do believe at Indy. I'm not sure how good he was that year, but the progression of Davis Mills has been clear, with Pep Hamilton. His first stint did not look good, was turning the ball like crazy. He comes back, besides his 2 picks against, the 49ers, which were a top 5 defense, was taking care of the ball, was moving the rock, was able to make and construct long drives that ended up in points for the Houston Texans. So I wouldn't mind if Pep Hamilton is the OC and he could build the offense the way that he wants it. Wouldn't mind, if you want to bring in Joe Brady. I've been on Joe Brady for the past couple years. I do think the kid is special. The Carolina Panthers offense has gotten worse with the departure of Joe Brady. So that should tell you something in itself. Bring Joe Brady here if you want to go ahead and keep David Culley as a head coach, because I don't think Joe Brady is there just yet. The kid's still 33. But it's going to be a conversation to have. And it's going to be a hard dilemma for Nick Caserio. Do you want to continue to... if you want to go ahead and win, then go ahead. Cut ties with David Culley. Go get one of those, those hot NFL candidates, head coaching candidates, because they're going to be out there. And if you look at this Houston Texans potential job opening, you're going to have a top 4 pick in the draft, plus the multiple picks you get for Deshaun Watson. Plus, if you trade Lermy Tunsil, not only that, the money you save from trading both of those guys, the cap space that you're going to have, the possibilities are endless with the Houston Texans if they decide to move on for David Culley. But let me know, because I am getting the burp now, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Should the Houston Texans stay with David Culley or go ahead and start the rebuild right now? As always, go Texans. You guys have a very blessed day.